on with a new project, so we'll set up our controls. We'll need some MIDI controls and the transport. We're also going to need to have a region list. We'll come across to the ruler, bring up a tempo. We'll also insert minutes and seconds. In the tracks, we'll probably want to have the inserts in the inputs and outputs would be good. Right, I've already inserted a CD and we're now going to do the CD extraction. Go to Import Audio, we locate the CD, and now you can preview a number of tracks. I want this one here. So I've clicked on it, it's added the region in current file. You could preview it and have a listen to it. It takes a little moment for it to buffer in. Hopefully we'll get to hear it in a moment. That's the one. So I'll convert and we'll go done. It's asking me where I'd like to save the file. So I'm putting it here into an untitled folder, which happens to be where all this work's kept, which is a bit ironic. And it's now going to render it in. It's now come up with an option for how I want to import it. I'd like to have it on a new track and at the start of the session. And there it is. Now that I've extracted the audio from the CD, I want to identify sections that I want to turn into loops. So I'll need to play it and have a listen. Okay, I like this opening section. I think I can find something there. I'll fast forward a bit. There's a fair bit of stuff there. I like the low brass there. So I'll go with a section at the beginning and then some low brass and then something else a little bit further along. I'm now going to zoom in on the section that I want to turn into a wave loops. I'll activate the slip edit mode. Also the tab to transient shortcut just here. Now that's really a significant thing because that allows me now to just position the cursor somewhere before the downbeat, or where I want the region to commence as a loop. Press the tab key and it automatically lines up, which is pretty useful. I'm also going to have active the link to timeline selection, like so, and that allows me to have any selection of a region, loop and cycle. Smart Tools on, and also I want the transport play to loop, so I'm holding down the control key and activating that. It's now set to the start, but if I press play you'll hear that the actual cowbell in the background doesn't begin until about the second beat of the bar. But it does begin here, so I might use this one just here. So I'll press the tab to transient, so I'll press the tab, it's lined up there. I now split the region, or separate the region as they call it. That selection, and it's got a shortcut, Command E, so I'll use that for the next one, and I count the beats. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So the downbeat's just here. Position that just before it, the cursor, and press the tab key, and now the shortcut Command E. I'll select the region now that I've just created and press play, and hopefully it should loop evenly. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now here's the really easy step. To turn that into a loop, all we have to do now is go bounce to disk because it's already selected. So it's only going to loop or bounce to disk this selected region, which is the exact length we're after. Have activated the interleaved, wave, 16-bit 44.1, convert after bounce is fine. And we're now going to save it into the audio files of, in this case, the untitled folder, which is what I've named the project, interestingly enough. I'll just call it loop 1, and I could continue making loops in exactly the same fashion, such as this next one. I right below brass, and it just stops here. So I'll now just press the tab key and the shortcut, and we've got a new one. I can then go through the same bounce to disk, and I'll continue finding a few more. I'm now going to bring back into this project the audio files that I've just bounced to disk. And to do this, I go to Window and Project. I now need to navigate to locate where the files are, and here they are here. And if I activate this, and also the elastic audio, and we want in the polyphonic mode, I just click on that. Okay, so I now want to import these into this project. So I'll silence the original audio, and we seem to have lost our files. There we go. And I'll just bring them all in at the same time. So dump them over here. There they are. I now want to bring them to the first beat of the bar. And we should have 2-bar little cycles, and they look like they've done exactly what we're after. Now the ideal aspect with a loop is we want it to be able to cycle at least twice through. So I'll turn it back to the grid mode so that things snap correctly to beats. And I'm going to have them loop twice. So we select the region, loop, and we'll just type in 2. And there it is there. I'll choose that again. Region, loop. It has a shortcut, but it's just as quick. And we'll do the same with that one there. Region, loop. So we should be able to hear those changes. Okay, and if we change the tempo of the song, we should be able to also check that they are looping correctly. We'll make it a lot faster. And you can see it still lines up nicely. So we've got elastic loops that are working correctly. Again, we can start to rearrange and import additional loops as well. Just to combine a number of wave or CD extractions, I've imported the We Will Rock You classic song with its drum beat so that we'll create a bit of a mashup between the mumbo rhythms and the straight rock beat of We Will Rock You. I'll solo the We Will Rock You track and we'll just have a bit of a listen. I'll turn it into the slip mode. I've still got tab to transient set and all the other controls, so I'll just click there and listen. Now there's a guy sighing in the middle here. There, so I don't really want that one. But if I come to this, just press tab to transient, separate the region with the Command D, press play. Stop it there. I want that tab to transient there, and then Command D. I'm now going to play it and have a listen. It sounds like it's looping well. Again, bounce that to disk, and my aim is then to layer this into a bit of an arrangement, and let's see what I've been able to do.